Hi, this is Eve Cat. Thanks for joining me for another color-coded reading. I have chosen to work with some different decks today, so I definitely feel the energy is slightly different and quite interesting working with shapes and these sacred geometry activations. So I think this will make for a rather interesting difference. And the stone I'm working with today is actually ocean jasper, but this is like one of my favorites. It's my meditation stone actually, and I'm bringing this big palm stone, this big boy out today to show you. I feel really balanced. It has this interesting yin yang pattern, and the way it's just split down the middle. Like, I just love finding these rare specimens that are unique. I mean, this is like a little button, I feel. A little activation button. But it's very soothing. It's actually a stone for the heart, and it helps in being willing and receptive to the flow and being open to change, which is a great attribute for these times in a stone, I feel like. So I hope that this mighty power of this ocean jasper resonates with you today, because I've meditated with it so much, and I do apologize for the ambulance sound. I am in the city and can't be avoided. So, yes, I've meditated a lot with this stone, so I hope that the calm and balance that I've supercharged it with comes through to you during this reading. So, the first card I have here is Time for a Quantum Leap. I love this deck. It's the Hero's Journey Dream Oracle. It's quite beautiful. Illustrations. It's a little abstract, but I definitely love the figures in here and the movement. It's just gorgeous. So prepare for a makeover. I've worked with a lot of really fine actors, both on stage and on screen. The level of their game lifts me up and brings the level of my game up to theirs. Always. It's like a constant upgrade. That quote is by Gary Sinise. Message. Feel the thrill of the winds of change blowing through your hair. Smell the new blessings whispering from around the next corner. Sense that you are being summoned to level up to something magnificent. You don't have to do anything rash, like give notice at your job, leave your relationship, or vacate your residence. This might just mean it's time to get curious about an improved version of yourself. Meditate on how you can best align with the higher levels of wisdom, blessings, gifts, energy now emerging through you, and infuse the awareness into your here and now. Mantra. I release all that no longer serves me, so a better version of me can emerge. Definitely feels like we're all collectively going through this upheaval and change, and I like to dance with these rhythms personally and be aware of all of the parts of myself I'm letting go to welcome a newer version of myself in. So that also was the Hero's Journey Dream Oracle deck by Kelly Sullivan Walden. I'll always link the decks to give proper credit to the artists and creators, and if you'd like to support them and if you enjoy these yourself. This card is from the Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle by Lon. These are just amazing to me. I am not sorry, however, for the little bird sounds. Those are very cute. Very sweet. I really do love this frequency. I'm trying to get out of the light here. So, the frequency of change supports our ability to gracefully dance with the forever changing nature of reality, both inward and outward, so that we can appreciate the sweet release of the old and birth of the new. Change is the only constant we can count on. Like the seasons, everything comes and goes in cycles. The ebb and flow, the day and night, the death and rebirth. Good times are followed by challenging times, followed by weird times, followed by ecstatic times. Nothing stays the same for long. Life itself demands movement and change to perpetuate itself. Change is represented by turning of a circle or a wheel, showing us the forever changing nature of everything in the universe. In fact, the very concept of the universe is changing, and we are slowly accepting that a multiverse might be a more appropriate description. How can we handle this constant change? It depends on where the center of our awareness lies. When we are deeply rooted in our own core, in our own heart, at the center of the circle, the movements of change affect us less than when we are focused on the outside parts of ourselves, the outer parts of the circle. As on a spinning wheel, the closer we are to the center, the steadier everything is. The transparent red square that partially covers the wheel is our perception of our form-based physical world, which appears to be solid but is really only another layer of reality. The lights on the corner remind us our ability to reach beyond illusionary three-dimensional boundaries at any time we choose. From the center, 5 beautiful flowers emerge slowly, flowing outward. Or is it the other way around? Are the flowers emerging from the edges of our awareness into our center? In numerology, the number 5 is associated with change, and these flowers represent the beautiful potential for new life and possibilities to grow from each new moment, even in the midst of seemingly chaotic change. Try this. Take a moment to go inside yourself and look at your life. Do you move easily with change, or do you resist it? How have you changed since last year? How about yesterday? What exciting new experiences have these changes brought you? What are you excited about changing next? I really appreciate these sentiments, especially in a time of uncertainty. We can always remember that it won't stay the same forever, but we can also not fear. Wow, I would really like this to be centered. Okay, thank you. Remember to be whole and complete within ourselves. And finally, I do have this card here from the other deck of hers, which is similar in nature, but also different. This one is from the Sacred Geometry of Relationships Oracle. And this is number 12, which is balance. And I thought it was interesting because I pulled these two intuitively, not picking them for any reason. So I thought it was interesting that they were both 12, and I can go on about frequency of numbers and energies of those, but maybe another time. So this card is balance. Let me bring it in a little more to activate it. Balance. I am balanced. Balance refers to a state of stability, steadiness, or equality in our physical, emotional, and mental states of being. I'd like to take a moment to say that even though usually balance, when we think of balance, I feel like we think of being just stoic and stable, but we can be moving and changing, and within that growth and expansion and change, instead of finding it uncomfortable and resisting it, if we're balanced within, then I feel like that's where the greatest changes can occur within ourselves and externally. Because whatever, as above, so below, whatever happens internally affects our outward reality. So, right, balance. Like I was saying, we can find this balance within ourselves on the inside of, just like in the inside of that circle. I feel like this circle is, this balance can be found in there. So with things changing around us, it doesn't affect our internally balanced state. And this dance, I feel like we can dance around the center of the balance. This is like inside of her, if we can think about that. And she can flow and change herself without feeling shook, shaken up. So, balance. I am balanced is the affirmation. Now that we are becoming more multidimensional and our awareness is expanding beyond the physical layer of reality, we are learning to find balance with an increasingly complex mixture of outer and inner experiences. The outer world around us is in extreme flux, as many established institutions are falling apart or are in dire need of change and up-leveling, and our sense of time is rapidly moving from a past, present, future-based awareness to a continuous stream of experiencing the present moment. Balance requires us to know who we are and what we are here to do. Our sense of purpose gives us direction and meaning and helps us to return to a harmonious inner state of being. Even if our outer world does not reflect this equilibrium at times, only when we understand our relationship to the whole can we relax into the infinite currents of life and the ebbs and flows of the cosmos. This image is based on a crop circle design. These intricate designs demonstrate an undeniable fundamental knowledge of sacred geometry as well as profound creativity and intelligence. Here they symbolize the inclusion of aspects outside of the common paradigm so that we can find a new state of harmony and balance with an evolving reality and consciousness. Blue is associated with the fifth chakra or the throat chakra, which is linked to our ability to express our needs and desires. Blue is a cooling, a mentally relaxing color. It is connecting us to holistic thoughts and generates wisdom. Blue is the color of truth. Gold symbolizes abundance, wealth, and power. 4 represents the form-based world we live in, as does the square. Both represent foundation and structure. The square is rotated, so it resembles a diamond, something precious and valuable. The swirling circles in the center and in the background represent the part of the origin that is off-planet. Balance and relationship. Change is a constant in relationships. Good times are followed by challenging times, followed by weird times, followed by ecstatic times. Nothing stays the same for long. A time of deep intimacy and closeness might be followed with the natural desire to withdraw and detach for a little while. Only a deep anchored inner balance will provide the ability to trust and understand these natural cycles. One of the most defining untruths that we have been taught in a harmonious relationship, a happily ever after union means infinite blue skies and everlasting calm waters. But the opposite is true. A meaningful relationship is the one that weathers a storm and finds a balance in all the different kinds of waves, including the smooth and easy times. Food for thought. Consider a significant relationship you have. Do you feel there is a good balance? Can you see both of your contributions? Can you bring more balance to this relationship? Perhaps you need more time by yourself so you can focus on your inner balance. Or perhaps you need the opposite, to spend more time together so you can strengthen your connection and sense of closeness. Of course, relationships are an integral part of our growth here on planet Earth, and our soul's expansion and knowledges. And I think this was a really awesome reading for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for tuning in.